Hey guys, welcome to my iron ore futures analysis. This is CFR China 62% grade, trading out of Singapore. We are looking at the weekly chart, taking a short-term view, starting in January 2021 to the present. Gold is trading at $165.35 Friday close. What is iron ore? Iron ore is the second largest commodity in the world by weight and value. As the main raw material together with coking coal in steel production, it plays a critical role in the global economy. It is particularly well correlated with key measures of the Chinese economy, such as industrial production and the A50 index. Now, the Singapore exchange, where these futures trade, the liquidity has now reached 2 billion tons annually with deep liquidity in futures and options throughout the day. So that is good news, folks. So it's a highly liquid contract. Now, China accounts for more than half of the world's steel output. And it's seeking to limit its full year production, this year, 2021 production, to no more than last year's volume in order to cut emission levels. But the restrictions imposed on mills are likely to be extended beyond 2021 into 2022. The reason iron ore prices have been crashing for the last 4 weeks is because authorities in the steel production hub Tangshan City in Hebei province have issued an air quality control plan for the Beijing Winter Olympics in February 2022. Imposing ultra-low emission standards across the steel and power sectors until March 2022, until the end of the Olympics, essentially. So this continued tightening of Hebei's production limit means that the country's crude steel production will fall more than previously expected. As steel production restrictions have begun since July and signs of slowing Chinese economic activity emerged, spot iron ore prices also hit a more than 4-month low this week, at below $170 a ton, which is evident if you look at this chart. These last four candles, the red ones, the big red ones, is when prices started to crash from a high of $220 mid-July to a low of $157 by mid-August this week, which is, folks, a crash of more than 28%, from $220 to $157 in 4 weeks. With iron ore trading at $165.35 Friday close. So let's jump into our analysis of what iron ore futures prices may look like going forward into end of August and beginning of September, maybe all the way to October. We are taking the late March low of $158 as a starting point, as a major support level, because a massive rally ensued. From there, iron ore traded at $226 by mid-May. That is a huge gain, more than 43% gain in iron ore futures prices, from a low of $158 to a high of $226 in mid-May. Since that high, iron ore prices have actually gone sideways, trying to break above the $226 high made in May. Iron ore prices in mid-July made a high of $220 before the news came of China tightening its production levels this year to cut emissions. for the Winter Olympics. And following that news, we crashed all the way down to $157 and finally closed at $165.35. Now for next week, folks, pay close attention. We're going to discuss some support and resistance price levels. $160 seems to be a very solid base. We expect prices to not trade below 160 and in fact trade above it. We expect iron ore prices to be somewhere between $160 and $169 range for next week. If we can close above $169 by next Friday, we could consider this as a bullish move, expecting then for the last week of August, iron ore to trade towards $181, before maybe even $182 before in fact back testing its support around $170 in the first week of September, before continuing to break above the $186 resistance towards the $200 level by end of September. Okay, folks. So let me repeat some of these key levels for you. For next week, our support is 160. Our resistance is 169. Closing above 169, we could see iron ore prices towards $181 by the end of August, before correcting back down to 170. We'll have to back test that support level at 170. Make sure it holds before continuing north of there towards 186 and beyond by the end of September. Maybe we're looking at iron ore prices back around $200 level, $199 to $200 level by the end of September. So folks, that is it. This is my iron ore futures analysis on the weekly chart. I hope you gain some valuable information. Let's see how the prices shape up starting next week, and I'll update you with relevant price and time information going forward. Now, along with my previous video on coking coal and this one with iron ore, we have completed the input cost analysis for steel production. In the next video, do look forward to our steel price analysis. We are looking at the CRU index futures out of the US Midwest for hot rolled coil steel futures. See you then. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.